defend the men who make amends with the enemy's friends. I will never pretend. around you. You were practically surrounded, you were trapped. But the opposition stalled, the blood ran cold when they saw the look of love in your eye. Maybe the times we had, they weren't that bad, and everything else was part of the plan. We sang, I don't know where we go. This is the Alpha, Omega, beginning and the end, and we all just idolize the dead. So you were born, and it was a good day. Someday you'll die, and it's a shame. But somewhere in the between was a life for which we all dream, and nothing and no one will ever take that away. You had a love when the love had you, and nothing mattered, you were fine. And some will complain, they're just bitter, what a shame. They know that loving and losing is better than nothing at all. Maybe the times we had, they weren't that bad, and everything else was part of the path we sang. I don't know where we go. This is the anthem, the slogan, the summary of events, and we all just idolize the past. So you were born, and that was a good day. Someday you'll die, and it's a shame. But somewhere in between was a life for which we all dream, and nothing and no one will ever take that away. Yeah, the times we had, they were not that bad. And everything else, it was part of the plan. And we sang, I don't know where we go. This is the Alpha, Omega, beginning and the end. And we all just idolize the dead. So you were born, and that was a good day. Someday you'll die, and that is a shame. But somewhere in the between, you live the life for which we all dream. Nothing and no one will ever take that away. Well, someday soon, my friends, this ride will come to an end. But we can't just get in line again. I once knew a guy obsessed with the afterlife. Oh, what a terrible day that was. He realized he wasted all his time thinking by, and he'd been left behind. And as the clock ticked-tocked, his heart just stopped, and everything he had was fun. And we know not what we can. You hear them call when we ever make it through. As they watch us fall. We got the
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining me here today. Today, I'm just going to be enjoying our Sunday. We will be playing some Control today. But before that, I've only been watching trailers recently, but we have a new dev diary for Control Resonant. So let's see what they've got to say.
There's some similarities between these two.
If Jesse is a cat, Dylan is a dog.
It's more about finding a way to expand the experience.
I love that. I love how they're able to... going to be very curious to explore and be able to flip between spaces like that. Very Gravity Rush. Adi!
When we were concepting Control for the first time, one of the key statements that we had together with Sam was that it is a game that is not about the single protagonist. It is about the world. As you step into this world, we're witnessing it through a lens of a protagonist. That protagonist can change in every game, basically.
Okay.
And the idea of that is that this world is filled with these mysteries and forces that we don't understand, and the human reaction to those things is what is crucial to generate these different stories that you get to experience. That perspective and attitude of the protagonist is like the spice, is the salt that makes these experiences unique and distinctive and interesting. In the first game, Dylan became the face of the enemy. He was taken over by the Hiss, which is this strange supernatural force that we don't fully understand, but it possesses people. So we don't get to really see him, like who he truly is. Everything that he says is warped by this force. So when everybody sees him, they see a monster, they see something to be afraid of. But this force was cleansed away from him by Jesse at the end of the first game.
Right.
So he has this complicated situation because he doesn't remember much about what happened. His mind is scrambled. He's trying to understand what happened to him.
That
He's
shot
scrambled.
feels very
He doesn't remember
Death
much about what
Stranding.
happened.
With the wasteland and the dark skies, and then the
His mind is
rain jacket in particular gives very Death Strandy sort of vibes. FBC being crossed out there is very interesting. It's not taped, but definitely more of a, well, blacked out, like redacted almost. Interesting. Very interesting.
scrambled. He's trying to understand what happened to him. He's trying to understand the new world that he's stepping into. He's trying to kind of figure that out. How do you deal with something like that? Because it's not really you who did all the things that happened in the past. Dylan, at his heart, he wants to help. He wants to be a person who can make a difference.
Those bosses.
His heart, he wants to help. He wants to.
Look at that thing. Look at that thing. With the... Wow.
Be a person who can make a difference.
Control Dylan was depicted a little bit more antagonistically, and he was almost more of this deflated victim. And now, in the story of Control Resonant, when he's rising to the occasion and becomes this determined hero with some resolve. We really had to make sure that that is also, you can read that in his physical appearance as well. So we've been trying to
Love it. Love it. It becomes
find a more heroic and protagonistic look. This game has by far the deepest customization options for the main character.
Whoa, what was that with his...
Deepest customization
they're
options
showing off.
for
That's
the main
hilarious.
character than basically
Let's run that back. We've
look.
got
This game has by far
our default.
the deepest.
Is that a lizard face under there? Interesting. Definitely some sort of monsterish mask.
Customization.
And then what looks to be some sort of more security sort of suit.
Options for
Oh no.
by
and then
far
of course
the
though we've
deepest
got a
customization option.
homecoming king with the, or at least Letterman jacket.
For
That's
the
great.
main character than basically in any Remedy game combined so far.
So in Control Resonant, we tried to make some similarities or differences between Dylan and Jessie. For example, Jessie has levitation, which looks very smooth and sometimes elegant, like how she does it. But then for Dylan, all these abilities are more harder to do. He can't maintain them as easily as Jessie did, so we actually tried to make it look like Dylan is not always in control of the abilities. And
Like it comes less naturally to him. Like, well, I mean, that makes sense. Jessie had the...
then when they
can't remember its name. Polaris? The Polaris entity, I think, has had the Polaris entity kind of refining her in a lot of ways for however many years. Dylan has been kind of cut off and even more specifically kind of torn down by the hiss at a lot of ways. So I guess interesting way to portray that.
they are idling, Jessie is doing this motion in her idols, which we also then made Dylan do, so that there's some similarities between these two.
We have
Family
been
ticks.
jokingly saying that if Jessie is a cat, Dylan is a dog. So from this laser-focused boss lady, that is Jessie, we go
Good.
into this little bit more impulsive fiilispelaaja as a Dylan, this sort of an expressive person who wears their heart on their sleeve. And this same ethos then actually translates even into music direction. So in Control we had more these electronic droney soundscapes. And in Control Resonant we're exploring a lot more of the human angles, like a cappella voices and how to use the human voice in different ways. Or if we are using instruments, they are actually usually acoustic instruments, or at least something that you can hear the player play.
When we were concepting Control for the first time, one of
That
the
is-
starting points was that it's not going to be about a single protagonist. It is about the world.
Really gonna shape the
And
feel.
as we keep expanding that world, one way that we're going to tap into is to use different protagonists to give like a different perspective upon that. And with the first Control game, it was all about Jessie discovering the oldest house. And now with the sequel, we step into the outside world and we see it through Dylan. It allows us to expand the world and also find a fresh new take through a new protagonist that might have a different feel, a different attitude about how they see it and experience it. Having said that, what's really important to us is that it all feels connected. The characters know each other, they have a sense of a shared fate and so on. So
Security guy.
there's a continuity to it.
Not security
It's not
guy.
like we're kind of jumping into something completely different with every single game. It's more about finding a way to expand the experience through tapping into something that we already know, but then going into a new space.
Okay. September 24th. September 24th. So that is
What's
a
the
little bit less than
spiciest
2 months
instant
away.
ramen?
No, get out of here, Rhett and Link. Alright, well, let's get back into the game. Where were we? Where were we? Right, when I last left us, we made it to Dead Letters and then reset due to some stuttering, which reset us back here. So let's get back. Let's get back to Dead Letters.
There it is again. Our welcome message. Yes, it's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. I'm with you on that.
Snoozing puppy on my hip here. Oh, okay, cool. I remember us clearing out the room at least. That's kind of it. Stop it running. Interesting. Okay, so no, nice. I did remember me clearing out everything. Just gotta go back and cleanse the room. Well, that's problematic of the game. It's just And then we can bounce back, but we're good. See, that's a level 2, so it's locked. Down there is nothing. So we have this.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Communications. We're on the right track.
See, I'll hit run, then she'll stop after a second if I'm not. Very curious. Not a dead end. Surprise. How nice. Whoop. Away we go. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh double god. Well, here we go.
Object of power.
Ah!
Something latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Ah! Shit! Ah! Jesus! We find a survivor only for them to get pelted. Jesus! Holy crap, what is my controller doing? Can we adapt on the fly? Where's my... Aha. Switch my keyboard and mouse on the fly. Nope. The fact it crouches C instead of control, that's gotta change. about the mouse? Not particularly. Dang. Floppy disk, the nuke can be bound. To gain launch, to gain telekinesis. To teach us to believe, Director.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Align the cube, the thingamajig, into the hole, into the slot to advance to score. There's a jump for no reason, okay. The noise is burrowing into our astral base, our secret plane. We must stop, mute them, Director. The floppy disk is now bound, is now delivered. The hiss, the antagonist, is seeking our astral plane.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it.
Oh.
Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Unknown caller. Emily instructs Jesse to find the hotline and object of power. Let's see, we already read that. On her way to the hotline, Jesse gains the launch ability by binding the floppy disk and other object of power. And then, hold on, that's completed. And then case files. Floppy disk. Object of power 5-KE. Containment procedure must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. Description: Para-utility. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. The object is currently bound to blank, to redacted, for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in redacted by agents redacted and redacted with the CIA, the diskette contained launch codes to Scud missiles, believed to be reserved for use against redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. And then, okay, for the floppy disk.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Down and hit him in the face. Let's see, I bet there's a box down here. Why do you just stop running? Loot! Unintelligible loot. More importantly, a document. Book Club. Samson. Approved wait, no. There it is. Okay. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got real annoying real fast. Excuse me. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers in gun space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade city, planet, and convert the entire planet population using those brainworms, and that space dogfight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story, by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. How much you want to bet that he was a villain? That's fucking ridiculous. And then Hiss Ranger. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss-corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Refer to file redacted for the full report. And now everything I can pull, close, throwing me off.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Wow. So if we're basically what can we buff by 2%? Anything new? Nothing there. So silly. Anything else in here? Not particularly. Tomasi, Willow AWE outcome. Re-information campaign summary of Willow AWE. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns make the public much less likely to redact it, to question the story or know something. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean that we can stop monitoring redacted and redacted for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. So monitoring social media, Facebook and Twitter. Tomasi out. Okay, anything else of note in here? It doesn't. Oh, there we go. It doesn't seem like there's much else in here. Stairs over there. Snacks. Any chips? Oh boy. Oh. this room. Ah, let's deal with this now. Hey. Yikes. Heal, heal, heal. Box here. Document here. Data breach. System security evaluation. Confirmed data breach. Summary. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file, which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are the confirmed identities of these users: Patrick Trudgens, Rubens Noguera, Arto Kolumeiki, Christopher Mills Bowling, Jocko Saarinen. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. Oh, I saw that. Let's see here. We've got launch efficiency. Well, that's nice. Can launch just a fraction more. 25% though is actually substantial, so we'll leave that. So interesting. And that door's blocked off, so this is the end of the line here. Right? No, wait, what is it? Yeah. I always end up running all four corners of this room, so I forget. But nope, it's just, damn it. Oh my god. So one way in, one way out. That. Oh hey. To A. Tomasi from H. Marshall. Subject: proper distinction of lockdown types. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted by the directorial override in maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop staying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understands how this mess all works, okay? Marshall. just another pickup of some sort? That's crazy. Alright. Hey, clearance level 1.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed.
Whoa.
It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed.
Toaster.
Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
Alright. Whoa. Aye, aye. That was unnecessary. Hey now. Energy recovery. Oh, same thing. Well. Alright, and then... Oh, it's just the radio. Funny, came up with a little privacy. It's classic. All right. Hit the chip. What we got here? Didn't I just pick up clearance level 1 upstairs?
This must open the door.
I swear I did. That's funny. They've got it there just to be doubly sure you find it. We listened to that. start back at Central Executive real quick. Do a loop. Yeah, that's what we'll do real quick before dealing with the boss and moving on to the hotline. There we go. How would I never realize that before? You can press down on the D-pad to change the shoulder. Nice. Okay, let's head upstairs to check. Yeah, that's where we came in. Level 4 though. And there we go, that brings us back out here. Boxes are so ridiculous. That's just a radio. Shifted bathroom complaint. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to be a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. D. Rodriguez. Is there seriously nothing in here? Not even a document? How strange. See, yeah, there would have been a dot like that. What a strange room. I think that's everything. Yep, that's a loop. That's the elevator, and that's the jukebox. There we go. See, worth it. There's immediately a room to check out with launch efficiency. A second launch efficiency. How kind of you. No document, no nothing. Okay, well, away we go. no secret cafeteria. Doors, nope. Dead letters. I think. Oh, we also definitely missed something here now that I'm thinking about it. Yep, see? At least there's that. This dead president. For whom it may be concerned, I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a damn thing about lawnmowers. Explain that! I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Book Club, Penny. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Club Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading. Penny Bartwell. That connects back to the thing that we already read. And then, oh, weird. Drinks and smokes. How much is it? Does it just loop like that? Oh. The incident that occurred during our... Oh.
Dad says my mama went missing in action.
Well.
She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Topher. We'll find your mama.
Why did she turn to the camera? Why did she turn to the camera? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That. No. No, thank you. No, thank you, puppet children. Oh, God. Woo! Aha! Yikes! You are out of line, buddy. Yikes! Aye! Don't think there were any rooms between here and there, so we're just gonna scoot over to the mail room, and then I think I need to restart the game because it's stuttering a lot. Yeah, that's no bueno. Okay. Thanks for hanging in there for me, chat. Had to use the bathroom, get a snack, some water. Alrighty, let's get back into this. Hopefully everything is working correctly now. And the frame rate is still fucked. Very weird. Let's see, what's... Let me balance out some brightness for me versus what you guys see, but let's try dropping down a little bit. That can... Sorry, guys.
Can I do a loaded fry for dinner?